And I'm Mark.
And we're the Critic and The Uncle.
Tonight we're going to review Ant-Man.
He's going to give you the pass-fail system. He's a teacher and a hardworking guy, average moviegoer, likes to go see movies a lot, and is going to kind of give you whether he thinks you should go see it or not.
And Aaron's going to provide the more critical eye. He has a degree in theater and has a lot of experience with this, so more of the artistic approach.
All right, so I'm going to start off by saying the things I didn't like. I'm not going to give it 5 clapboards out of 5. I'm going to give it 4. I think there were some plot holes. Not very many, surprisingly, but there were a few. And I think that there was also some jokes that just didn't really land for me, and also a lot of long speeches.
So. Yeah, and I thought, actually my daughter pointed out that there were a couple scenes that probably could have been deleted.
Yes.
Maybe a little bit long.
It was a little long, yes.
There was when he first started training, and there's that in that dance party, that probably wasn't needed. That's kind of a flaw of all these stories when they have to give you all these origin stories. You build up, and when they start their training. Although I did like, for whatever reason, I liked seeing him training with all his little insect friends.
Yeah, which is surprising, because that could go kind of silly, but it actually works.
Yeah, it did. So, so I thought length may have been a bit of an issue there. Although I didn't feel as though sitting in there that it was too long. But just when my daughter mentioned it, I would agree with that.
I'm going to talk kind of very briefly about CGI, which of course is a big thing with these movies. I think that absolutely there's CGI in this movie. You expect it, but I think there are moments where they also just use, sets, use camera angles to give you a sense of depth and all that kind of thing. There was scenes reminiscent of Joss Whedon and what he did with his Avengers movies. There was a couple shots where I could tell they took it from there. Also some scenes reminiscent, visual style, this is how it gets into directing and everything, kind of reminiscent, I'd say, of like Ridley Scott. But otherwise, probably not the same amount of brilliance that goes into some of those guys' films. Still, very enjoyable, though.
Yeah, and I like the way that he was able to pop in and out of being little to being big. I thought that was neat.
Made it more dynamic, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And another thing I liked the dynamic between Paul Rudd and Evangeline Lilly. I thought they had some good chemistry. I wish that they had more time together.
Oh, absolutely.
But I like that. Actually, and I didn't like Michael Douglas.
Interesting.
In this.
Okay. I would certainly agree this isn't anywhere near his Oscar type performances, but I enjoyed him enough to watch him. Now, what about him do you think?
I don't know. I think one of the things is the makeup. He was not. They tried to mask his age, I think, and that was a little off-putting. And then when you said a lot of the too much speechifying, some of that.
He does a lot of those.
Some of that was him.
Yeah, but that's also partly script too. So.
Right. I just I thought that was probably the least interesting moments was when he was talking.
Yeah, that's true.
Now there was, I forgot about a strong supporting cast with, I think it's Michael Pena.
I love him.
He was in End of Watch.
Yeah.
And he did a great job. And then there were some others.
Great acting. I agree with the dynamics of the actors. They're charismatic. Decent script for what it's worth. An enjoyable time. I would say go take friends and family and
absolutely
get
good
some
time.
popcorn.
Yeah, good summer popcorn movie.
Yeah.
And so I'll give it a solid pass.
And I'll give it a 4. Really quickly, folks, we want to talk about The Gallows. We saw that last week. I'm going to give it 2.5. It's a little bit better than watchable, but just not quite what I was hoping for. And
I liked it a lot more than Aaron did. I think it was very successful in the type of movie that it wants to be, and I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Okay.
So a solid pass on as well.
Anything you're interested in seeing this year or next year?
Yeah, I think something that's coming up soon is Southpaw with Jake Gyllenhaal. Can't wait to see that.
Me too. I'm looking forward to Star Wars, and next year Suicide Squad is kind of top of my list. So All right, folks.
Okay.
Thank you for tuning in, and wait for us next time.
Till we see you again.